The skills of scammers are improving by the month, eager to find ways to illegally separate money or information from vulnerable companies and consumers. Competition and consumer watchdog the ACCC is behind a new program to build even more knowledge about the changing trends of these rip-offs.
For many, the embarrassment of being scammed is worse than the loss it causes.
We want to take away the stigma of being scammed.
Speak up is what ACCC Deputy Commissioner Delia Rickard is saying to the hundreds of thousands of Australians who fall victim to scams every year.
The people who are exposed to scams but don't fall them have had conversations about scams with friends and family. They've heard interviews such as this one you're doing, and they're generally aware of the telltale signs of scams.
Speak Up is a new campaign launched for the annual Scams Week, bringing attention to victims and the tactics of those who seek to rip you off. New research from Westpac obtained by Business Weekend reveals the number of reported scams has doubled in the past year. Email scams targeting businesses has grown by 57%. This is costing customers an average of almost $4.5 million a month. On the consumer side, 1.2 million people reported falling victim to a scam in the last 12 months. $178 million in losses was reported to Scamwatch last year, and a further $220 million was reported over the year to September. It seems lockdown and more online activity has kept scammers busy. But the ACCC says this might only be a sliver of the true amount of loss.
When you think that only about 12 to 13% of victims of scams report to the ACCC, and that 1/3 tell nobody, we know from our last year's attempt to get all the bank data and other agencies where we came to 851 million in reported losses, we're predicting that we're going to be losing around $2 billion all up to scams this year.
Some scams are obvious, like offers for money or love, while others more sophisticated, but all are designed to separate the victim from their cash or identity. But with the busiest day on the shopping calendar, Black Friday and Cyber Monday, fast approaching, the ACCC knows that this will bring a proliferation of online shopping scams. These scams involve predators stealing personal information from shoppers and retailers, usually via phony emails and websites.
This year alone, we've seen nearly $13 million lost to online shopping, and these online shoppers will often also be looking to get your personal information.
Shoshana Eisner is the founder of QED Skincare, a small luxury skincare company in Sydney's eastern suburbs. She has seen a huge surge in demand for her products online during lockdowns.
It most definitely did make us start to concentrate more on the online business. People had a lot more time suddenly at home, and they needed stuff to do, so they were browsing, they were researching.
Like many other businesses, Shoshana has encountered scammers, the latest incident just days ago.
Through my general manager's personal account, hackers managed to get into my Facebook account very quickly. It was actually almost funny because I was dropping my son off at the airport to go overseas, and I was standing in the departure halls with my laptop trying to sort out my Facebook thing because I was watching them take me off the admin of my Facebook. I had to cancel my credit card straight away because one of the things that they do then is they somehow funnel the money into phony ads.
The problem for peak retail times, Black Friday, Boxing Day or Easter, is they're good for retailers, but also good for scammers.
Because Black Friday is so big and people really and truly have their wallets out, their credit card is saved on their laptop and they're sitting there, and even more so this year because people are so used to online.
Black Friday, next Friday, so that'll be a very busy day for online shopping. For someone like Westpac, we would see 700 transactions a second at the peak, very, very big volumes.
Ben Young is the head of fraud at Westpac. To reduce online shopping scams, his team has developed a new digital card. This card's DVC, the digital 3-digit number on the back of a traditional physical card, changes in your banking app every 24 hours.
With the advent of digital cards that are no longer on the physical plastic but inside the phone, it gives banks options to change elements of that. Since we've put that in, we've noticed a huge decrease in the fraud rates for the people that use that card.
For an e-commerce business, it's crucial to give customers the peace of mind that online transactions are done securely. For the most part, that can be done using reputable online shopping cart technology.
By using Shopify and also using things like PayPal and all these really secure sites, as a vendor, you might think that we're keeping your credit card, but we actually never see it.
There are other clever hacks. For social media e-commerce businesses, the RBA's Pay ID method is a safer and faster way to get paid.
Instead of paying a BSB account number, you can pay these aliases called Pay IDs, phone numbers, email addresses and ABNs. But the feature hasn't been taken up that heavily so far, and so we're really encouraging businesses particularly to register ABN so that they'll actually receive payments faster because a Pay ID addressed payment clears almost always in real time. But also the sender can see that they are paying the right person. You get the confirmation of pay, it says the name of the business, and the business doesn't have to tell everyone their BSB account number to receive payments.